Hello, my good people. How are you? My name is Devon Lamar, and this is the drama of it all. I don't even want to call it that name at this moment, but it is the name of my YouTube channel. It's Devon Jackson, the drama of it all. But I have something else to talk about that has been on my mind for quite a while that worries me about my people, my black people, my stuck as people of color, people of nature, people of this realm, spiritual people, so-called first people of this plane, whether you want to believe in flat earth or world, whether you want to believe in round earth. Thing that I see, the reason why we will never get where we supposed to be, because we as a people, when we think we know something, we think that it's just it. We have a habit as a whole, not all of us, because there's some of us who can keep our minds open to know that if we are living in this plane of existence, this world of existence, that we do not know every goddamn thing there is to know. If you know the life that you're living is a spiritual journey, then you know you are ever evolving, or supposed to be ever evolving and ever learning. And when you stop learning and you think that you got it in your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe 80, sometime 90, you get real blessed 100 years of life. And the world that we live in, plane of existence we live in, matrix that we live in, whatever terms you want to use, goes back billions, probably billions of years, or at least a billion years. Shit. If you know that, and you know even in 100 years that you won't learn every damn thing that there is for you to know, that you should still be wanting to learn and keep your brain, that receptor that receives information, open to possibilities, to new things. How the saying goes, things that I thought I once knew yesterday is not what I know today. Something that you thought you knew yesterday, you will have an epiphany and awakening to, whether it's this small or this damn big. You have an epiphany that comes and changes. You go, oh, I didn't get it then, but I got it now. That's supposed to always happen. Excuse me. That's supposed to always happen. Wendy Williams morning. That's supposed to always happen on this journey of life. Now, this video is dedicated to somebody that's dear to my heart. Don't know him personally, but I understand and receive the knowledge that he has been given. One, he knows through other people, or he should know. One, he got set on this journey through somebody, not just himself. And two, through the spiritual connection of this realm, the invisible frequencies and energies that we don't have the eyes to see, that our brains receptors receive and help us process the information that's coming to us. And that's Natureboy. I respect him highly. Now, I was just watching this debate, and I'm still watching. I'm not done, but I'm watching this debate with him, Natureboy, and Brother Polight. It's pissing me off a little bit because I keep seeing the same damn pattern with my people. Specifically, in this case, the people who believe in that Egyptology. More power to you. Egyptology, to me, was a piece of a foundation that brought us to a point in time, a point of reference, a momentary station to give us as a people renewed love of ourselves, of where we quote unquote come from. But that's just a station, just like me. I started off as a Christian. I was raised as a Christian. From a Christian, I was going through some things in my life. As I went on at 14, 15, almost 16, I was about to be quote unquote atheist. Then the spiritual realm brought me something to say, oh, no, you can't do that, to further me on my journey, and I became a Hebrew Israelite. Hebrew Israelites, they taught me a lot of things. Opened my eyes to it. Not all the Hebrew Israelites, not the ones, make it clear, not the ones that's on the corner, more power to y'all, not the ones on the corner hollering at people, looking retarded and ignorant and acting like they have understanding when they lack all understanding. You will not save the world acting like that, talking about everybody that is opposite of you and don't believe in what you believe in. You're not going to save nobody like that. You're not even saving your damn self. You're just tricking yourself into believing that you are. Like most of us as people do on a daily basis when we think we got and we know something. So anyway, that was a momentary stage in my life as well. And from being a Hebrew Israelite, through good things, quote unquote, and bad things, quote unquote, in my life, that allowed me to move beyond being a Hebrew Israelite, even when at the moment in time I did not even understand why, because I was so in love with the ideals of what the Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem that was under the head of Ben Ami, Ben Israel, spiritual realm, rest his soul, transfer his soul, whatever you believe in. That's what I was into and what took me to another level. Then coming out of that, the spirit being, I won't say being led by myself, but not being under the direct influence of being in a sect or religion or quote unquote sort of grouped up way of life. The spiritual realm just started bringing me information through just hitting my receptors, my brain from itself, where I'm sitting and just thinking, and then bam, an idea comes to me, or some books, or some people that I've heard speak, or things that I've seen written. But a lot of stuff have just came to me with me sitting. Nothing comes out of nowhere. We all are able to receive the same thing. It's just, are we open to it? Are we tuned to it? But anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. So that was the station. So I come to know that this life and this journey that I'm on is an ever-growing process. If the journey without end until my physical body terminates and my spirit energy transfers to another. Now, the thing that I don't understand, like I was saying with these, is more than just them, but right now, Brother Polight, is when they think they got it all and they cannot, they're stuck. And they're only stuck because of their foolish pride. They're stuck. When you making sense and you making complete sense talking to them, I'm noticing Natureboy talking to them, they seem to want to rehash the same things. Brother Polight is acting the same way that what's his name, Brother Pharaoh acts. They start dancing around questions when they know common sense, when they are very intelligent people, like the subjects they're on, as I'm listening to, that was published yesterday, that I'm just seeing, they're talking about money, governmental structures from the little bit that I watched. I'll make another video. But they didn't come to a head where Brother Polight is asking him, where Natureboy wants to know if money is his God, and Brother Polight, quote unquote, came to the point that money is his God. Now, the thing that I do understand, money can be a God, but it is not the God. Money is a tool. I understand that, Brother Polight. Money is a tool that can be used for, quote unquote, negative or positive, whatever messed up words that is, because we need negative and positive to even live on this earth. So we need to come up with some new terms, because that shit is bullshit. Negative and positive. But since people, we only stuck on that, and that's all we seem to understand, we'll say money can be used for negative and positive, good / or bad. Money is just a tool. Like Brother Polight said, which did make sense, money is a tool that's neither good nor bad. It's people. There's nothing in this world that's quote unquote good or bad. It's how it's used. That's common sense, or it should be common sense. If I got a hammer in my hand that's used to help build a house and pull nails and to place nails, that's what it's made for. The good of helping us with living situations. But if I take the hammer and knock somebody in the fucking head with it, then that's quote unquote used in the unbalanced way, in the way that is not intended and that it was not made to use, which is quote unquote negative or bad. Now, the thing about Natureboy that I do like, Natureboy is trying to pose a question, because Brother Polight is dancing around the simple question of, okay, who owns the money that we use at this point in time? Brother Polight is dancing around, and he's saying, since he's with a quote unquote halfway black owned bank, because the black banker or the man that owns the bank is the CEO. That's neither here nor fucking there. You know, and everybody else goddamn know, that who owns the system behind the bank? Who did that black man have to go through in order to establish him a bank in whatever name he wanted to establish it in? Who owns the banking system? The white man owns the banking system at this point in time that we know of. But I think the rabbit hole goes deeper than that. But we're just going to stay on this point. The white man owns the banking system that we know of. So, Brother Polight, please stop dancing around simple ass answers and questions that you know the damn truth about. Stop trying to confuse the people because of your foolish pride. A real teacher knows when to submit and say, aha, I see the point. A real teacher is ever a person that is supposed to be ever learning. And when they run into a wall, they ask the spiritual realm for further guidance that can come through the transmission of the energy that we cannot see, the frequencies that we cannot see, or the frequencies that we can see through a person that is coming forth out of a person's mouth. We ask the spiritual realm to bring us help. And the spiritual realm also brings us help through other people. Now, the other point that they was trying to make is, Natureboy was saying that we, once upon a time, did not use money, so to speak, the bartering system, so to speak. Even though I believe we did always use some sort of bartering system. But money, currency, so to speak, as people. Because nature is our God. And to me that makes complete sense. And he's in a debate with Brother Polight, and Brother Polight wants to once again dance around that. Common sense tells you that before we got established in these governmental systems, or if you want to use the Bible, the God, which to me is nothing but a damn governmental system. This is what the universe has told me. Which the gods ain't nothing but some beings who established a governmental system to control the peoples of the world. Whether we was doing good or whether we was doing wrong, they still put it, since we can't go back or haven't went back that far. Some of us think we have, but anyway, to put parameters around us, which then turned out to this day to be avenues of control over us. Before then, nature, common sense, nature is one of our gods, which to me is not just one of our gods. In my mind, all of it is just different pieces of the God, or the God structure, the spiritual structure, because I don't like the word God, but you know, the creative structure. People didn't need a bartering system or need money in the ancient times before governmental systems was put in place, because that's one of the key things that I think in this conversation we have to go beyond. That's why I do giving a shout out. I love brother Sanchez, because he goes beyond where a lot of us are stuck at. We didn't need that, because common sense, there was a question posed by Natureboy. What other life on this earth or plane of existence use money? None. Now, there are some that use bartering systems on their level of existence, but none of them use money. And some of them just barters from nature. Our original bartering system had to do with us as the people of this plane of existence or world, and Mother Nature. Mother Nurture. Mother Nature. Because nature, no matter if you're in Australia, Africa, the United States, whatever, Asia, whatever land you deem yourself to live in or from, Mother Nature has and had enough to exchange with us. Even the Bible says this, that we were supposed to till the land, give back to the land, and the land will in turn give back to us what we need, as long as we in turn gave back to the land, tilling the land, working the land. So we did not always need money. Common sense. We made ourselves to believe we need money, me included. I am guilty as well, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be in this house. I would be out somewhere standing with Natureboy in the physical, and not just in the from the mental. I'll be standing with Natureboy in the physical. That's why even I don't agree with 100% of how Natureboy works, but a lot of stuff that he knows and that he's trying to do is on the money. He don't have it all, but he's getting close. He's not doing nothing new. Like I was with Ben Ami, the Hebrew Israelites, 1967. He took people out of United States into Liberia, and then from Liberia to Nigeria into Israel, and lived out of the side of the United States. Marcus Garvey tried it. Sure, some other people tried. So that concept is not new. The thing about him, I think I'm jumping around, that I think is a little delusional, because as it has been said by somebody, his name escapes me at the moment, but it'll come to me. Time is set. Time is already set. It has to play out. Now, don't stop working and doing what you think is necessary to break free, but time is set. There's no escaping the bounds of this system. You have to be extremely strong in what you do to really escape the bounds of this system. Because if you're getting any kind of money from this system, this world system, you're still under its control, and it still has a way of worming itself into it. If they can worm, this system can worm themselves into people that ain't never heard of this system, that's still living off the land of wherever they come from, on small islands that they just now so-called discovering in the middle of the ocean off the coast of India. If they can worm their way into that, honey, they can worm their way back into your system and re-corrupt your system. They did it to Marcus Garvey. They did it to the Nation of Islam, even though they did not leave. They did it. They did it to Benamis, the Hebrew Israelites. They did it. So to me, that's a little delusional. A little bit of delusion where I still see Natureboy is at. And these are not words, like I said, I respect Natureboy, but these are words of encouragement, criticism, but encouraging criticism. Something that you probably have thought about that you need to further think about. And not get paranoid. Don't get paranoid, because you'll mess up if you get paranoid. But to think about and really dissect your mind and follow the spiritual instructions that are given to you through the people that you have with you, because you're not the know-it-all be-all. That's where leaders get twisted and messed up, when they think, oh, I was given the word, so it's just only... That's another trick for people, how people get stuck thinking that they know everything. But anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Nature was our bartering system. We gave back nature. Nature gives us, and we give back to nature. Trees. Nothing is free. Everything is a bartering system. The air we breathe our carbon, monoxide, dioxide, whatever. Correct me. Sorry. And the trees give us oxygen. Everything that people need is in nature, not in money. Man, quote unquote, or whatever system that's behind the government system of man, which is something we just ain't dug deep enough. We ain't dug deep enough. But it's something behind man controlling what they say, the shadow behind the man's government system. Put these parameters in place to control us as people on this realm of existence. Because nature has everything that we need. Common sense. Enough that we need. Nature controls everything. When we get out of harmony and out of balance with nature, that's why all these things is happening in the world. Well, one reason. Why all these things is happening on this earthly playing field that is out of balance. Because we are now out of balance. So, I didn't have too much to say. I know to some people, oh, he didn't say nothing. But to me, I said what I felt I had to say. We did not always need or use currency and money. Nature is our currency. We wanted to build a house. We had the necessary trees, whatever else we could to chop down and build us a house big enough for our family. Food was all around us, whether it was vegetables, fruits was enough. Only reason why it don't seem like enough now, because now we in a gluttonous mental state where we just need, and I'm talking about myself first. I start with me first. We're in a gluttonous state where we just want more. So to us, because our bodies are out of balance, it don't seem like it's enough, but it's always enough. There's still people on islands now that can naturally go a couple of days without food, and they're known to live longer than everybody else on the face of the earth, because they're in tune with their surroundings that has been given to them to live. Now, Brother Polight, please don't be trapped by your foolishness. And I say this in humbleness. I do. By your foolishness, by your foolish pride that don't want to be wrong, or don't want to be wrong in front of others, quote unquote. When you get stuck with foolish pride, you're only in the end going to make yourself look more foolish. You're going to die a fool. That's why I can't stand Pharaoh, fast talking Virgo ass. There ain't too many Virgos that I even trust, because they talk fucking fast. And Virgos are very intelligent, but they don't like being wrong. They talk fucking fast, and they know how to use big words, just like Natureboy is saying about you, Polight. Using big words to throw people off who might not have a greater book intelligence. But when you have spiritual sense and common sense, can't none of that bullshit get over. Can't none of that bullshit get over on you if you got spiritual common sense, honey. Now, with that being said, I am signing off. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'll finish watching y'all's debate, and of course, I know it's going to make me come back. But Brother Polight, stop it. Natureboy, keep doing what you're doing, but don't get blinded by power. You are not God. You are not. You are a savior, but you are not the savior. You are just a teacher, a messenger to spread a message, just like the message has been given to you. Don't let power blind you like it has blinded others. Just because you are out in nature don't mean that you are the know-it-all, be-all of it all, because you was not the first, and you won't be the last. And that's what you gotta know. You are not the God. You are not the Savior. You're just the messenger. And when you use your message to just have power over us, to exalt yourself, that is the beginning of the end. Historically, that has always been the beginning of the end of every nation. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. I'm sorry. I thought said it was going to be over. My people really piss me off. Keep blaming white people for every goddamn thing. Only way white people can be blamed for every goddamn thing if you finally say that we are not the first man. We're not the gods. That's the only way you can say that white people are to blame for every goddamn thing. From the system we live in to homosexuality. Sweetheart, if we are the first people, we are the problem. If we're the first people, we are the problem. We are the first people. We brought in homosexuality. Homosexuality has been around since, quote unquote, for thousands of years, even when we so-called ruled this plane of existence. And if you think that is wrong, then that didn't come from white people, that came from you. Governmental systems, governmental structures did not come from white people. If we believe that we are the first people. Governmental systems came from us. These same kind of governmental systems came from us. We enslaved people first if we was the first people. So I'm just leaving it there. I'm not even going to go too deep. But the point is, if you're claiming that you're the first people, then it's your damn fault. Things that's going on now is your fault. You're the first people / gods. What did you do and are doing? If you want to use the Bible, one of the biggest lessons that the Bible has been trying to teach our people of color for the longest time, in the Garden of Eden, putting the blame off on the woman and or other people, instead of starting with yourself and saying, I'm the problem. I need to get myself together. I need to be look in the mirror, see the man in the mirror, and start with me. Since I am the source, I need to start with the source. When I outsource and start with just pointing the finger out to everything and everybody else, you can trick yourself all you want. You will forever, and me first, me, you, we, will forever be slaves of this system, the next system, the system after that, because we keep falling for the same okie doke. Stop placing blame on others. especially if you say you're the first man and you're God on this earth. You need to start with you, because apparently the God that taught others on this earth, you misled others on this earth, and then in turn you end up getting misled. Signing off on this realm of it all, it's Divine Lamar. Peace out.